Hey everybody, it's Robbie again. Here I'm continuing to show you all of the cool things that I got at San Diego Comic-Con 2026 this year. And the next category of things I'm going to be showing you are the things that I got are wearables, or t-shirts in junk at just cheap shirts. That's all I got. So these were paid but I thought they were all pretty cool. So let's take a look at those. So first up, there's this one that I got from the official San Diego Comic-Con merch booth, which was at the Marriott Marquis, and this was the only place that you could get that. This is their special design for the year, commemorating the 2026 60th anniversary of Star Trek. They have a lot of different like Comic Con designs, but I always want to get something that's specific to the year to signify that was the year that I went. And I also like to get something like just more than just like the generic Comic Con logo or their own mascot, which is the toucan. Um, so I like to get like the theme ones. A while back, they used to do collaborations with DC for character anniversaries, Superman, Batman. They had one for Batgirl, Wonder Woman. I got one for the Flash one year. But anyway, so they didn't have one of those last year, even though I went, so I didn't get a shirt for that year. But I did get a shirt for this year because I didn't have a Star Trek shirt so far, and this one is for the 60th anniversary, and they had it for Strange New Worlds. Now, unfortunately, that wasn't a wholly unique design. I still liked it nonetheless, but it's actually the same design that they had on the badges that year. So it wasn't something that was completely unique to that shirt, but it was still really cool, and I liked it nonetheless. So that's why I got it. Now, this next shirt I got from the Oni Press booth, and I'll be mentioning them again in another video for some more real cool stuff I got from them. Now, Oni Press is for the most part, independent publishing house. They do a lot of comics and graphic novels, indie stuff. They published most of the Rick and Morty comics as well as like the Adventure Time ones. But the thing that they are most known for is the Scott Pilgrim graphic novels by Brian Lee O'Malley. They were made into the movie like 2011, I think, starring Michael Cera. So Scott Pilgrim is one of my favorite movies and one of my favorite franchises. So I got this T-shirt because I didn't have a Scott Pilgrim T-shirt. So it's as you can see, it's kind of homaging the Super Mario Brothers 3 because there's a lot of video game anime references, which is why Scott Pilgrim is so popular. And I think this is going on like the 30th anniversary of the third volume in particular. So this is the design that I got. It also came in like sort of a manila kind of colored shirt, but I like this one better. You can read it better because on the front they have the homage to the Super Mario Brothers 3, and this was like a volume illustration inside the pages. On the back of it, because there's a whole lot of you know nonsense relationships going on in this series. They have a quick little cheat sheet of the characters and the relationships therein, and this is a little better coloring for that. That's why I got this black version. One of the things I gotta say about getting shirts at Comic Con is that sometimes it's hard to find your size, especially if you're a big fat dude like me. Unfortunately, the shirt size that I wear these days is 4X. Not very high on the fluffy scale, but still pretty high for the regular people scale. Sometimes it's hard to find size things in my size, but I'm glad that they had this. I really did like this shirt. It was pretty cool. Um, but like shirts and stuff tend to be overpriced there. This was like $40, which is pretty outrageous for just a regular T-shirt. I mean, like it's good build, it's cotton and all that, but $40 is a bit up there for that. But still, this was a pre-sale exclusive there. Eventually, this will be on their Oni Press website, but this was ahead of print, so I got it there first. And also that way, I mean, you buy something like this when you're on site, you don't pay for shipping, so you save a little bit that way, or at least that's how I rationalize it. Okay, and for the last of the shirts, and probably my favorite of the three I got this one from. You can see the imprint here. It's pronounced Roosevelt's, like the president. That's why they got that little graphic of the mustache and the glasses. It's like I'm not really sure it was who was founded by or why. It's pronounced Roosevelt's, like they left out all the vowels, but they usually have really really good stuff. It's pricey stuff though. This shirt was about $70. But it's a nice big one. Again, I found it in my size. It's made of an absolutely great material. I like these things because they let you show off fandoms while still kind of retaining a air of professionalism, sort of, kind of. Um, they've got a couple of different booths at San Diego. One of them is specifically for Star Wars stuff. This one was for like all of the other stuff. This one wasn't exclusive to San Diego, but I still liked and got it nonetheless. This one has, you can see that it's got like Doctor Doom themed. I actually didn't have a Doctor Doom shirt before that, which is weird because he's my favorite Marvel villain, and I'm super excited for Avengers Doomsday because they had a ton of Avengers Doomsday stuff there. Um, but this shirt I like. They even had some of they did have some exclusive prints there. They had like a really good Jim Lee one, um, and they even had a Spider-Man one. Couldn't have it in my size though. But this one I was able to find in my size, and I'm quite happy with it. It's made of a great material. It's nice, it's airy. It's really easy to wear when it's like hot. But yeah, this is just great stuff. And yeah, this is my favorite shirt out of the three that I got. So that's it for this round of my Comic Con haul stuff. Those were the shirts and the wearables that I got. But like I said, I got tons more stuff, autographs, books, comic books, and a ton of recent junk that I'll be going over in the coming little bit here. But I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am showing it. Um, so yeah, it was a great experience. It was an expensive experience, but it was a great experience nonetheless. And I hope that you guys are liking this as much as I am. Well, I'll see you next time.